Yo, Precise Progression 97, 100 shots in this mental Mac 11. We got a problem. We got a narrative control problem in this world. Because back then, you had to read to get information. Back then, you had to do some studying. You had to be around historians and scholars to really receive information that you was going to take into this world. But now, we live in a media-driven world where most of the audience would rather hear an entertaining lie than the cold, hard truth. And that's just what's going on, man. And then a lot of these pundits, tools, and paid actors, these people are being funded by people who profit off of people not knowing nothing. And it's becoming an issue because y'all people don't even care if it's the truth. Y'all want to be entertained, but y'all are still eating everything up. Y'all are still taking in everything y'all hearing from these platforms, these channels, these YouTubers, these social media algorithms. You know what I'm saying? Y'all eat all this stuff up and just be like, man, I just glow and go. But then y'all will see this stuff and then repeat it to other people who's gonna take your word for it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't blame everybody. I blame a low IQ society that has been so overwhelmed by degeneracy that the common morality and the common wholesomeness of the average person drops day by day, year by year. All this stuff goes down. You know what I'm saying? And people's inability to push back and inability to wholesomely and righteously challenge what doesn't sound right, that's also diminished. You know what I'm saying? And then you got AI. AI can manufacture a story that sounds so fly and so true, you'll actually believe it if you're not blessed with the skill of being able to study, being able to look, see, and watch for yourself, and actually take your own opinion from it. We listen to these paid actors and these pundits that sound so good and so believable that we won't even realize that there is no nuance. There is no depiction of both sides of the spectrum. It just always sounds like a paid actor trying to push an agenda for a bigger cause of somebody else who don't even value them. They only value what they can say and how they can promote and push their ideologies. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that people can't seem to break that stuff down and bring their own nuance to it, it just shows how much our society is diminished and how much we really just, because don't get me wrong, nobody really trusts the government, really, to be honest. Everybody knows that this stuff is corrupt, is rigged. These people don't value us. They send our tax dollars to Israel to go bomb children. You know what I'm saying? They won't prosecute the Epstein files. You know what I'm saying? Let's cut to the chase. We all know that this stuff is going on, right? But when these same corporations pay these people who look like us or speak like us, when they pay these people, it looks like, okay, somebody finally understands us, but you don't even know that they are puppets that are on the strings of the people who we know are scum of the earth with money, right? So we know these people, we know them people aren't nothing, but they pay these paid actors to slowly but surely pull you onto the side of the people who are the scum of the earth. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that there's not enough discernment and there's not enough observable people to really pick up on this, a lot of lamb will be led to the slaughter, not even knowing that they're being pulled there, because these people up top, man, they're real wicked people. They study the algorithms, they study the feedbacks of different situations, and they always find a way to repackage and rebrand their atrocities in many different ways, whether it be the food, whether it be this new water that they're coming out with that has a 10-year shelf life. So basically we got water that expires now, is what you're telling me. We got water that has an expiration date that is being manufactured. But you might not know that, because who keeps water for 10 plus years to know if that's the shelf life? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. Like, this is what's going on. This is what these people are doing. You know what I'm saying? So Where's the nuance? Like, why do these people sound like biased commentators? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane, bro. I mean, it's insane. But like, we can't really blame them. You know what I'm saying? Because discernment, judgment, and discipline starts within the household. You know what I'm saying? And slowly but surely, you see all these laws and statutes and all these things that are passed to make stuff acceptable that wouldn't have been acceptable back then. A lot of the things we accept now would have been shamed back then. So slowly but surely, we do it to ourselves. But these social constructs by all these bigger entities make us accept it like, oh, well, it just is what it is. Well, no, it's power in numbers. And if enough people if enough people just get on the same page and get on code for just these things, we don't even got to organize and be a coalition. But we should all have the understanding to where when things get out of control, oh yeah, we got to get together and do something about this. And then we can get back to saying, oh, well, forget you, and fuck you. We can get back to that. But when it's time to get on code for something that actually benefits and actually demeans and actually breaks down our societies because immorality has become acceptable, you know what I'm saying? Turning men into things that won't allow them to make children and produce strong families. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting to a point where we're accepting things that are just like, damn, I don't agree, but hey, it is what it is. Well, I mean, we let it be what it is. I mean, we just got to be real, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We just got to be real, y'all. Have some nuance, man. Control that narrative, man. Because these paid actors, these Jason Whitlocks, these Anton Daniels, these Steven Crowders, you know what I'm saying? We need people with nuance to change the narrative. You don't have to agree with where I come from. I don't have to agree with where you come from. I don't have to agree with the history of your people. You don't have to agree with the history and attitudes and characteristics of my people. But when we're trying to generalize and make it a this side versus this side thing, that's when it gets kind of like, okay, what are we doing? Like, do we just want a civil war? Do we want to tear this thing up? Because it could be like that, but how would it benefit the future of our children and the future of the youth and the future of the people who actually want to be upright people, learn skills, build, create, innovate, create things that produce stable homes and stable, morally upright families that don't suffer from mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? How do we produce that? That should be the thought. Precise progression at all times. Precise progression, 97. Unlimited shots in this Mental Mac 11, man. You gonna need them. We at war.